Hello, Kombat crew!
Welcome to another Scorpion
and
Sub-Zero
review!
The Mortal Kombat
Mortal
movie.
Kombat Battle for the Realms. You guys requested it, reacted to the trailer ages ago, and then here it is. Another animated film. The second, though right after my movie, Scorpion's Revenge. You saw Scorpion's Revenge? Good, because you kind of have to. Because it's like right before this. See both. This is $20 right now because it's just been released. It will go down when streaming services are allowed to take it. I think that's the 14th, right? It'll go down to $6.99 just to watch.
Yeah, I think
but
YouTube
it's $20 right now.
My microphone's going crazy. Hold on, let me turn this down. It's because I'm excited. All right, it was $19.99. I have to be excited if I'm gonna spend that much money to watch something. Probably a couple times, not just this once for now, and then a year or two later I'll watch it again.
And it's a good movie. I mean, it's hard for me to not be pleased with a Mortal Kombat thing that comes out. I get all giddy and I see me. Whenever I see me, it's like, yeah, go! Kill somebody! And then it happens in this. Happens a lot. And sometimes it doesn't, which is weird.
Yeah, this is like an interesting mixture of like MK9 and MKX put together. You got Shinnok playing around with Kamidogu, and then you have Shao Kahn at the same time doing the straight up the tournament. And it's kind of like a lot.
Just going back to the Kamigogu anyway. Kamigogu, like to PlayStation 2 era stuff. That's what the goal of this movie will wind up to be. This is spoilers, by the way, a lot of them, because we're going all over the place. We're doing this whole review right now, starting this movie up. Are you ready to go?
Yes, I'm ready. I'm ready.
We've been going. We're just talking about feelings and synopsis and stuff. But yeah, as far as this goes, if you don't like animated stuff that looks like this, won't like this probably. But that's the artistic style of this is like a Batman, or like it has a simplicity to it that allows action to be less money. Understand? It's a budgety thing. We got a team of animators that will do the action part, and then still stuff which has more detail is another crew. And it's easier to blend those together if they don't look too dissimilar to each other. This has a lot of action in it. There's a lot of fighting because it's called Mortal Kombat.
A lot of good fatalities in it too. Yes, the beginning of the movie, you start out with like some Lord of the Rings kind of thing with the Barakas coming at you.
Yeah, but before that it was like the Chosen One. Who's the Chosen One? It starts out as like Batman. Hey, here's Bruce Wayne and his wife, mother and father about to get killed by the Joker. No, that's not what happens. The Tarkatans show up instead and kill them a lot, like very hard. They die very violently, and then the baby's left alone, and the Tarkatan's like, I'm about to eat this. I'm gonna eat this whole baby's head. Watch.
Thing.
And then Raiden shows up. That's the best. I love this Raiden. I love how they do Raiden in this franchise because he's so ominous. He's so dark. He's OP like he should be, like a god. He just wipes the floor with everybody. Later on, he gets his god to like take it from him. But I love seeing Raiden like that. 7 foot tall guy should dominate. He should be level of Shao Kahn, which he is until he.
So why didn't he help your family though? Like, couldn't he prevented that too? He seems to be saving babies.
I was the chosen for a different thing. I was like, I'm a chosen one too, but like different. He chose Liu Kang and like raised him in the temple, Shaolin Temple and everything. It's very modern too. Like if you look at his mother and father in the alleyway, it's very like New York City, and then he gets raised in a monastery with the haircut and everything as a baby. It's kind of weird. You get this like old Chinese cinema vibe.
Yeah.
Takes him, raises him up. Cut over to the battle you're talking about of the invasion between Outworld coming into Earthrealm with all these monks that look the same on the board, on the wall. fending off the outworld forces, and it's like literally like Lord of the Rings, like you said.
Yeah.
Got the same stuff.
What's weird about the beginning, though, like, it's got that same Lord of the Rings vibe, but it feels like lacking in, like, sound or people or something. There's just not enough happening. It's like if you're watching Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, there's so much visually going on,
around.
but there's not enough atmosphere, right?
Yeah,
I get it, yeah. It's the same way. I like how they use the old Chinese cannons. The old really old Chinese cannons. Is this supposed to be modern? Like, why are we using those? Why? Why are you using those things? That's when, like, Stryker shows up. He just dragged into it by Jax. Crashes through the gate with a helicopter.
I like Stryker. Stryker's very great by his character. They got him down perfectly.
Just dragged it from New York City. Just dragged into the mix. He's like, hey, guy, I'm not going to tell you anything about what's about to happen here. But we're about to crash this Nether Realm, Earth Realm Battle War party, and let's see what happens to your psyche. See what happens to your whole brain when you get subjected to this.
Yeah.
Thanks, Jax. Thanks for the heads up. Did I get an email beforehand? No.
Did you notice?
Nothing.
You notice Jax had gun arms like Barrett from Final Fantasy VII?
Mega Man. He used to be a fatality, right? Where his arm changed and then he killed you with a bazooka arm, but they turned that into like this is a standard, so he can just do that whenever he wants to. Check. Blows away everybody. That's easy animation. Stand like this, kill everyone.
Yes.
Yeah, it's better.
Exactly, and it fits him really well. It's just like they just ripped that from Final Fantasy. But I love how he got revenge on the arm ripping. Yeah, that was nice to see him have that.
The Kintaro thing? I love that too. I needed that for Jax. I really needed that for like, oh, you gonna rip my arms off? Nah. I'm gonna rip your arms off instead. But he's fine because he has 2 left.
Yeah.
It's Kintaro. He's just normal.
Yeah.
Just like a normal tiger-looking big guy.
Those lower ones are probably more useful anyway. Like the lower arms he uses to wipe his butt and everything else, so those are more essential, you know. But he was trying to rip Jax's arms off with like this weird, like how is he gonna? He didn't have any ability to generate force. He was ripping Jax's arms off like this, outward.
It's a lot of delts, a lot of rear delts and kind of like back, a little bit.
He didn't work his delts long enough.
Not very efficient. Sorry about that. Clothesline, by the way.
Before the tournament even starts, we have them go. Shao Kahn says a word that's very unusual for him. Petition. And they need to go petition the Elder Gods.
Oh, they go to the Elder Gods. That's right. I forgot. Yeah, they go to ask the Elder Gods, hey, we want to do this tournament thing for the last time. Is that cool?
So what's up with that anyway?
If he loses...
I don't like that because it's like, what was the whole point of there being 10 in the first place if we were just going to go like, hey, instead of it being like a bunch, why don't we just do what? Like, couldn't they have thought of that before? Like, why are they so easily...
I guess they just did. At the time, Shao Kahn's like, nah, I want 10 tries. I want more tries.
He lost. That's what's important. Is he lost? You had to do. It's like when you rock paper scissors someone, and then you do like, okay, best 2 out of 3, and then they lose. They're like, how about best 3 out of 5? You just change the rules
so you can keep going. Yeah. That's exactly what happened.
And then the Elder Gods were like, sure, why not? Oh, let's just go ahead and do that then. Like, what's with the rules here? I don't understand. And where was
I don't know.
Where was what's her face?
Yeah, what about those rules?
What's her face?
Those rules are really weird.
Not Kronika. Cetrion. Where the hell was Cetrion? Isn't she supposed to be an Elder God?
There was a lady, but it wasn't her.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So they have like
They forgot her. They didn't. Again, the email, lack of communication. She was supposed to be there, but she didn't get it. The tournament starts. You have 2 days. You give them 2 days to just fight whoever you want, whatever you want to do. Just fight each other in this arena thing we've got, and then whoever loses. And losing is weird because either you get knocked down or out or something, or you usually kill the other person. Usually it's a very decisive death. for the loser in these kind of things. But not this. This Johnny Cage gets whacked in the nuts.
Yeah.
And it is like, that's it. He's done. He lost.
That's
said
enough.
Shao Kahn.
Yeah, that's just the same as a fatality to Shao Kahn. It's up there.
Again, it's so biased. It's like we get winded. We're like, oh, I'm a little tired. He's like, oh, Earth Realm loses. There's no tally. Does anybody got a checker or like a scoreboard back there? Anybody see? How many wins do we have? How many loses? I think we just lost once.
Yeah.
Johnny? Oh, Kung Lao. Oh, poor guy. Why is he a sacrificial lamb for all these films? Why does he die in every single one? He's just there to die. Poor Kung Lao. Nobody cares about it.
I really like that tear in half fatality too, though. That was a very brutal
Oh, it's
scene.
so.
Yes.
Yeah, I wasn't like, I was like, no, this is gonna be the last straw, and it was. He's like losing. He was losing to Shang Tsung, and then it's like at the worst disadvantage, half of him works now. He just turns into Neo all of a sudden. Like, I don't even have to try now. It's like pop, 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 pop,
Yeah.
and it breaks all his knees.
And then in the background, you have Shinnok doing the mythology storyline. And
Yeah, that was very mythologies. Gets a Lin Kuei. Hey, you guys. You need to get Scorpion because he escaped. I escaped again. Death. I died in the last film, killing Shinnok. No. Killing Quan Chi. I hate it so. I killed him in the last one, and then my soul got trapped with this key that they need to open the door to get to the Kami Gogu. Last thing that they need to bring back the one being, that creation of all things. And they don't know it's Shinnok. They don't know. Shinnok hires Lin Kuei to find me. And starts a cyber initiative. That's really compressed together, this movie.
Yeah.
It's like an hour and 11 minutes.
And I have
Of all of the story.
Cyber Lin Kuei thing happening in the side at the same time. They converted smoke over, and I found that to be interesting because they just touch his head, and all of a sudden next time you
I don't know how that. Yeah, it's like, what is it? A
Full-on
roboticizer? Did Dr. Robotnik catch a bunny and turn it into this robot all of a sudden that tries to kill Sonic as he's running through the Green Hills? Like, just grab his head and then turn him metal? What are you talking about? How does that work?
Yeah, we don't get to see it all. We don't know. I don't know exactly. I thought originally it was they take the brain and they put it into like a robot kind of body, or they kind of transfer the data somehow. But it looked almost like it just like the little nanobots just turned him into a robot. Like took his hollow human shell and it's like
Yeah, like just Transformer. All of a sudden, he just gets all these metal plates. It's like the movie, like Jax's arms, and they're OP as hell. They're so strong. They beat me, and I think they beat Smoke. They beat Sub-Zero in the hallway. Take Smoke, and then all you have to do is freeze them. That's all you have to do. You can freeze all three at once. You do it several times. Like you just no, and then kill them with something. We never do that. We leave it to the minions at the end that Shinnok kind of conjures at the end of the movie that take them all apart. For us.
Artica looked great, by the way. My temple looked amazing. I loved how everything.
Yeah, for the stage.
Yeah, I
Straight
had
at
my stage
MKX.
there. Yes, it was great. It was lovely. And also
And Mythologies. Mythologies was the area where we're going like the wind. Am I trying to convince you that you're an idiot? Like, I'm trying to... So in the games, right? In the games, you know this. You tell me that I'm wrong and I shouldn't seek vengeance on you because this is all Quan Chi's fault. And in this movie, I tell that to you. I tell you that. Like, I'm the smart guy now and you're stupid.
I guess they figured from being in the Netherrealm so long, you're just seeing it. All of these people come in and go out. You can put two and two together. But yeah, the storyline completely flipped. I'm just like, I'm seeking vengeance, and you're not. And I'm just like, what, huh? What?
Yeah, and I'm telling you, I'm like, hey, vengeance is bad. It's bad for your health. It just makes you a dick. And that's my message from experience. Like last movie. You know how long that was? 4 days? There's no time period here.
Yeah.
There's no stretch of time.
Yeah, I like how you just kind of show up too. All of a sudden, Raiden and everybody are around. You just show up and you're pretty much just like, not to be trusted, but they trust you, just like Kato in the real movie. It's just like an instant, like, oh, you kill some guys in front of us. You're good. And you liked us because we had nice personalities. I think we got a tag team in on that. You and me tag teamed. Oh, it was nice.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. Yeah, I mean, everybody's kind of like, yeah, it was just Fire and Ice again, right? Fire and Ice. What is stronger than that combo? Nothing.
Nope.
But we're not the center of the movie again. It's Kang. Kang is always the guy because he's Goku. Basically, he's like the purest of heart possible with intention. So when people give, like, all the gods give him power, he doesn't do the wrong thing with it. That's basically the whole thing. He's just a good vessel for power to use it the right way.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. We help him. We help him a lot.
Yeah,
We help him very much at the end. That's what we do. He wouldn't have won without me spearing the amulet in the head of the one being.
Uh-huh. Yeah, we're the ones who
I did that.
Yeah. And
You isolated me there.
Uh-huh, yeah.
You isolated
exactly.
me. So
We
I
worked
slid me.
together on that.
I slid.
It was a dual fatality. It was nice. But,
Yeah.
yeah, like, this...
I know.
I'm not wearing I don't have my scar on because, like, I covered it up with makeup just to be more like my brother because I'm wearing his mask, as you can see.
Yeah, you're wearing your brother's mask from the first film.
Uh-huh.
You don't wear that. You're quite a put your own mask on. Smoke gives you the other one.
Wait.
In the beginning of that movie.
Wait. What?
Yes.
What? You wanna give me something? Okay, hold on. Let me just grab that from you. You say this is my brother's?
Yeah.
Oh, this one was too?
Yeah, that was your brother's mask.
Okay.
I don't know why Smoke didn't give you the brother's mask as the mantle of Sub-Zero. He just gave you a mask that looks like Sub-Zero would wear it.
It was just
And
collecting
he's like,
dust
here, you
on the
take his
shelf.
place with this.
It was collecting some dust.
Oh, yeah, that
I
one.
didn't want that to happen, so... Yeah, I'm wearing it right now. Yeah, somebody handed it to me. Just a random Lin Kuei.
That looks better, quiet. That looks a little bit more appropriate.
There we
My
go.
mask is always the same.
How did you feel about Shao Kahn's voice and personality? Do you like a characterization?
Characterization of Shao Kahn. I kind of do. Fred... What is that last name? Tatasquire. Fred Tatasquire. He looks like Penn Jillette, by the way. If you look at his picture on IMDb. He did the voice for Shao Kahn. Which he sounds pretty good. His visualizations are a little bit weird as far as like being a threat. But as soon as that fight goes between Liu Kang and him, you kind of start moving around. They did a really good job with that battle.
Yeah,
Did a really good job with it. There's a good motivation there.
you got the spear and everything. You have lots of references. You even you have his Kang's bicycle kick. I saw Raiden at some point did it. In this.
Yeah, right in the beginning.
Yeah,
That was awesome.
Sonya at the end with the kiss of death as well too. We haven't even mentioned Sonya. I feel like she's she's like a version of Harley Quinn from the animated the more recent animated series where kind of like their personalities like that but more stern. I don't know if I like that Sonya all that much because when I watch Scorpion's Revenge, her like motivation is I'm a soldier, yeah. And it was just there needed to be a little bit more.
She's very She's G.I. Jane.
Yeah.
She gets to run everything as far as Johnny goes and Jax goes, and that relationship is kind of funny.
Yeah, it's like
Because you know Cassie comes out of it. You know what's gonna happen.
It's like Harley Quinn and Kite Man is what it's like, and you haven't seen that, so you don't know. But the people who have, you can tell that chemistry's similar. Johnny Cage acts a lot like Kite Man does in that show.
He's the comic relief. He's kind of like the glue, like he should be. He usually is that guy. Played by Joel McHale, who most recently was a judge in I Can See Your Voice. That show. Yeah, that's kind of funny. But I don't know him from anything else.
Didn't he get his green energy at the end of this movie? Wasn't that the first time you see it? And he doesn't even notice it at all?
No, he kind of tries to use it against Devorah. Remember, he tries to kick her with it. He tries to kick her with the shadow kick, but it doesn't work. He just gets his ass kicked still.
Do we ever get, like...
You expect him to do more things.
Do we ever get any sort of acknowledgement that he has some sort of power through that? Like in any of the movies?
Oh, like, because, yeah, if this is supposed to be based on MKX, he was kind of the reason why that family is able to hurt Shinnok. But not in this. That story's gone.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with anything.
Yeah, it's replaced with a giant dragon fighting a demon-looking thing, which was very interesting. And then you and me come in, and we tag team it up, and we're the ones that get the kill. Like, he did the damage, but we got the most experience points off that. I leveled up, for sure.
That was but one being thing as the culmination to the movie. I like that it was there, because it wasn't alluded to during the trailers. It was something that was going to happen as a finale that I wasn't anticipating before the movie started, which is great. I'm glad they did that.
Fight. Yeah, I did dig that.
They made him look like Blaze, though, didn't they? Blaze with a jewel. They gave him a jewel. That's the difference.
It did still look like his MKX form a lot, too, but I do have to say, if I'm going to rank the characters, I'm going to put Shinnok pretty high up on that list. I'd say in terms of the bosses, Shinnok's personality and voice were better for me than Shao Kahn. I don't know if you feel that way, too, but Shinnok wasn't doing, just like most of the characters aren't doing their exact voices that you hear in the games or movies potentially, too. Shinnok has this good, evil... I'm sort of bored, but, you know, I've seen everything in all my days, and I have this master plan, personality, and voice. I do really like the voice actors' job they do.
Yeah, he's definitely like the I'm too strong to do anything type. The necromancer, I don't lift a finger, everything else that I summon will do it for me kind of deal. Robin Atkin Downs is his voice actor, by the way.
Okay. Cool.
I don't know him from anything, but that's who it is.
Yeah, I also really like Shang again, too. In the first movie, he was great. In this movie, he is as well. I know he's kind of just, like, thrown away really quickly, but he still fits really well in the Mortal Kombat games, and I always love to see him. Who else is there that we're leaving out?
Li Mei's there for a second. Li Mei from PS2 just shows up to die to Sonya. How about that? That was just like, okay, of all the characters that from those games, you pick Li Mei and put her in it.
Didn't they have Reiko in it too, as well? Didn't Reiko fight Raiden?
Reiko, yeah, Reiko. He was the first fight for Raiden to have that Raiden could see what it's like to be kicked in the ribs and be a human. And it completely destroyed him. The heal factor on all of us is ridiculous. That's why we're Mortal Kombat champions and fighters for Earthrealm, by the way, is because when we sustain life-threatening bone injuries, we can come back the next day without a scratch.
Yeah. How about Raiden giving up all his powers, too, like that, and then Liu Kang getting all of their powers?
At the wrong time. I love that happened. It's like, I'm going to make a quick decision that will be very detrimental to the storyline of this film if I hadn't done this. Like, he gives away all the god powers, and then everybody else right away comes after him. Oh, don't worry about it. Raiden's a god, right? He's like, no, I gave that up. He's like, but you could have solved all this by just not doing that. If you were still a god right now, this would not happen, or that. You would be able to heal him from that. No? Okay, well, shit. I like how Liu Kang just decides to heal himself from the curse, too, by the way.
Yeah, that was cool.
His arm is black and red, and it's like, oh, what's gonna happen? Is it spreading? Is it gonna kill him? What's happened with this? And you're like, nah, he'll just focus out of it. He does that.
Yeah, I heard...
This is the power move for all monks. I don't know what it does, because I'm Shiryu.
It's praying. They're praying.
I can disappear.
Yeah. I heard that the reason potentially that we have all these storylines playing around with each other is that they don't believe that they're going to be able to do another one of these. They don't necessarily have enough funding or something. So that's why
That's the end game, too. What are you going to do over that? Going to MK11. That's all they can do over that.
Yeah.
Just to expand the storyline to MK11.
So I don't know if you have anything else to say other than, like, the only other thing I'd like to add to this probably is just that the pace is like... no, you know, there are a couple things, actually. One thing is the pacing. It's very fast. First off, it's very fast, but you do have moments where it just goes from 0 to 100, and you would like for there to be a moment for things to, like... You know what I don't like about this Scorpion's Revenge and the Mortal Kombat movie in theaters, or, you know, the real one, I should say, is all three of them have this issue where everything happens so fast, you never even have that moment where it's like a come-behind victory. Like, Liu Kang was supposed to be down for a moment, right? He was supposed to look like he couldn't do this. And then you're supposed to have a moment where you're like, can he win? I'm getting excited about this. I don't know. Is he going to lose? And then you have him win after he has this adversity. But instead, you have, like, in all of these movies, you have, like, no adversity. And then it just zooms through the fights as quickly as possible. And for someone like me, it's like, isn't that what we're here for, is the fights? Don't we want those to be longer than they are? Like, can't this be a 2-hour movie instead of 1 hour and 10? Can we get some actual...
But yeah, they get the action. People don't have attention spans anymore. We're coming from a long time ago. The old Kung Fu films. The old 80s action movies even. Where, like... I'm sorry, Jean-Claude Van Damme type movies. It's weird. I like this movie because... it hits the points I needed to hit.
It does.
I have so much like, oh yeah, and it flips some things around, which makes you go, what? Why did you? It's conversation. It's a decision in a directorial sense that they have to make. They made it to make it look like stand on its own a little bit, not be exactly like the game, but still be feeling like everything in the universe should feel. Mythologies touched on, PlayStation 2 stuff. Wilhelm was in there, I don't know why. Yeah, everybody hears the Wilhelm scream in the beginning.
I heard it.
Lord of the Rings, hell of a lot. Especially with the spears in the chest of Raiden over and over again. Come on, that's Lord of the Rings when Orc is shooting dude over and over again, and he just keeps killing people, and it's like,
Yeah, we also saw
Shaggy.
Shaggy at the beginning. So he
Shaggy!
got in.
Everybody petitioned for Shaggy to be in Mortal Kombat 11 as DLC.
Yeah.
But they got him in this.
There you go.
That's a nod to the fans.
Yes, it is.
They had to see that right away.
Yeah.
I like this, despite its nitpicky, you know, because we can do that. We're in this. But what would you rate it? What would you rate it out of 10?
Yeah. You know, I'm gonna go. I'm debating between 6.5 and 7. I'm gonna go and cut the difference and say 6.75 is what I'm giving this out of 10. The reason it's a little bit on the lower side is just because there's so many things that happen and not enough time for them to actually play out. And I also feel like some of the dialogue at times is kind of cringe. Particularly, whenever you hear like Sonya.
It's gonna be like the Sonya and Johnny Cage moments. It's those, because you're waiting for them to sound a certain way, and you know they're going to sound the wrong way. And then you hear it, and you go, oh. You did the Han Solo. You did the reverse Han Solo.
So,
didn't you?
But yeah, there are lots of great fights in there. Lots of good references to the storyline. I do like most of the voice acting. A couple of the characters don't quite fit fully. But yeah, it's an honest 7. The reason I can't give it higher is because you have to pay $19.99 for this. If you were to go see it in a theater, for instance, you'd still pay a lot less. Not that people are going out and seeing movies in theaters, but if we lived in this world right now, what would it be? $12? Not $20. I have to pay $20. Yes, I get to own it, but how many times am I going to really see it? It's a convenience fee. And so it's like, if you're a diehard Mortal Kombat fan, you should purchase this. You'll love it. I don't know which one's better. I'd say probably Scorpion's Revenge is slightly better, but they're really close together. This has a lot more interesting fights and stuff happening, I think. What about you?
Yeah, it's a bigger payoff. I think I'm an 8 guy. I'm an 8 on it. I'm an 8 on it. I didn't get bored. I didn't get bored at all with this film. I got kind of excited when I saw every new element that they tried to piece together. Tried to rush a story with all the characters. The smoke thing, the cyber initiative, the Bihan being taken by you and Kuai Liang, me, Kamidogu stuff, Shinnok being down there, your Grandmaster still being there from all the stages.
Apologies.
The elements of a tournament are always welcome. Always, tournaments are always like the key to keeping like engagement. It's like Dragon Ball Z did it, and they'll do it over and over again. And so will we. Mortal Kombat always does the tournament thing to start, but then kind of just like lets it go. And it just becomes its own thing. Good build to what we don't. I think the one being is like a theoretical thing. I don't believe that ever happened in the games. I think this is the first time we get to see the one being.
Well, it's like you get the corrupted Shinnok in MKX, and so you could argue maybe corrupted Shinnok has part of the one being in him. I don't know. Yeah, so that's an 8 for him, a 7 for me.
It's
what did you guys rate it back at home? What were your favorite
Comment
parts?
down below.
What would you like to see? Like, what did you wish happened? You know, anything. Let us know down below. We'd love to hear your thoughts. And like, comment, subscribe, hit the little bell thing if you'd like to see more. Anything else you'd like to say?
And we'll see you guys next time. We'll see you guys next time on whatever the heck it is we're going to do next. Come on, everybody!